Welcome to Jan's Views, a place where I share my views and listen to yours. Whether you are here for my artwork, live streams, shorts, or just for the giggles, please be assured I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope that you will enjoy your time here on my channel. I would be eternally grateful if you would give a like to the video, consider subscribing and, dare I ask, even become a member. So without further ado, let's do this.
Hello, my lovelies. Oh, welcome to Wellness Wednesday. How the hell are you? I hope you're all well. I hope you've had a good week so far. It's like Hump Day Wednesday, isn't it? So, yeah, have you been humping around? How are you all? What have I been doing? Let's just say hi to Edna. Hi, Edna. How's the new job going? I hope it's going well. And we'll also say hi to Moosey, and we'll say hi to the lurkers. Because people like to lurk. You know, I go in the I like aviation, and I go in this live stream, and where we can chat. And somebody once said, "Oh, I'm in Lurker's Lounge." And so many of them got so upset saying, they said, "Well, we don't want to be called a lurker. I don't like being called a lurker." I was like, "Oh my God, you should go in some of the live streams I'm going." If you're moaning about that. Oh, good. I'm glad the job's going well. I'm glad to hear it. So we've got our new picture up. Yeah, you're a proud lurker, and why not? Yeah, be proud. I lurk quite often. Although I can't help it, I've got a big mouth. I quite often have to say something. Do you know what I mean? And then I'm like, oh God, I broke my cover. Why did I have to say something? Anyway, so are we all in Are we all in sort of relaxation mode? There's Edna on her chair there, snoozing, I think. And who else have we got there? We've got Moosey there. Yeah, Moosey doesn't say much in the chats. So do you like to lurk as well, Moosey? There's nothing better than a good old lurk. But as I say, I can't always keep my mouth shut. Anyway, so I've got a few things I wanted to go over. I don't know if those of you saw my community tab the other day. Yeah, it was really quite shocking what happened. I'm just looking to see if I can find it to show it to you. The community tab, which was oh, where was it? Seem to have lost it. Where is it now? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it was about the lightning strike. At my grandchildren's, two of my grandkids go to this school, and there was a football tournament that wasn't actually organised by the school. It was, by other schools, but they used the school grounds. And there was a lightning strike, guys. And yeah, one of the boys was very seriously, I think he's still in critical condition. I've not checked up on it. But bless him, he's away in a hospital, a very well-known hospital over here. It's actually the hospital that my granddaughter went to when she was very ill. So I'm quite familiar with it. And that it's a very well-known children's hospital. as well as adults. So yeah, so I thought I actually put yesterday at my grandkids' school, a little boy aged 12 and an adult man were struck by lightning whilst at a football tournament. The boy was resuscitated by members of the teaching staff and later transported to hospital, where he still lies in critical condition. The adult fared a little better, but is also hospitalised. I cannot imagine the horrors of such an horrendous, horrifying event, not only for those injured, but also those whom witnessed it. If you have a God, I would ask you to please offer up a prayer to those involved or for those involved. So, yeah, that's something I just wanted to quickly go over with you because, yeah, it's just unbelievable, really, isn't it? Um, it's, I was saying to my son, and, I'm not a simpleton by all means, but, I thought it was very rare for people to actually get struck by lightning. I know, structures can and houses can and buildings can, but I didn't think it was very common for a person to actually get struck by lightning. Well, I was wrong because, these 2 people were, and, very sad. Um, so we've got Barley in the house. Hi, Barley, I hope you're well. Breezy is demonetized, and this shows us the bad gets revealed and removed by the universe. Yeah. That's all you've got to say today. Yeah, there's such a thing. Do you all believe in karma? I believe in karma. I think, sometimes you might have to wait a lifetime for it to happen to people that have wronged you or wronged the world. But I do believe in karma. I think sometimes you just have to, don't you? Um, yeah, I hope so too. I'll ask my daughter next time I speak to her if there's any news on the boy. But it did make Sky News and a couple of other sort of national outlets, media outlets. I'm just having my one cigarette I'm allowing myself. I have cut down from 20 a day down to realistically 5. So I'm now sort of on my puffer more often than not. I never take my cigarettes out with me. But I allow myself the morning ones and after dinner, which that one was, and maybe if I have a cup of coffee during the day, I may allow myself one, and then one, maybe 2 in the evening. But most of the time, I'm on my vape, and I'm so happy about it. I'm feeling better already. I heard a story last year of a woman that was struck walking her dog. Oh, it's sad, isn't it? I hate it. Anyway, we're not gonna dwell um, too much on sad things today. Nice, I'm taking a break to train, but I miss vaping. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking because I know I can get it on CBD, but I don't know whether I really want it on CBD because of the other medication I have, and I don't want to be as high as a kite. But I might give it a whirl. Um, your daughter's a meteorologist, and she said people don't take lightning seriously. I think you're right, Moosey. You're absolutely right because I didn't. Those times when I was smoking a lot more, it didn't matter to me if there's a thunderstorm out there. I'd just sit out on my porch. As long as I was dry, that's all that mattered to me. And now I'm like, no way, Jose. So I've given all the family a stern warning. Do not go out in storms. But yeah, it's just, yeah, nature nature can be very frightening. Anyway, so I've been quite creative the last few days. And I decided, you know, I haven't done any artwork for a while. So I thought I'd mess around and do a bit of perspective work like this. So this is a canvas. It's not very big. I I like to paint a big. And so usually my canvases, I mean, I've got some 50 by 60. I've got my biggest ones are normally 90 by 90. And I've got some small ones, and these ones are quite small. But I thought, do you know, I want to work on a bit of perspective drawing. So I was sat there watching just watching TV. I've got into Drag Race Canada because I haven't watched it before, and I'm on like the first series, and I've just spoilt it for myself because I was checking up on the judges because I didn't know who they were, and I found out who won. So I'm like, oh, why do I do that? Do you ever do that, guys? It's so annoying. Anyway, so while I was watching TV, I've been watching a bit more TV lately. So while I was watching it, I thought, oh, I'm going to do a bit of perspective drawing. So I started with this. I love buildings. I love buildings. I love architecture. I love interiors. I love anything to do with living, I suppose, and history. You like spoilers, do you, Edna? I hate spoilers. I hate them. I get so upset with them. I'm like, oh no, now I know. And the thing is, once you know, you can't take it back, can you? Anyway, so I don't do a lot of perspective drawing because I'm an abstract artist. Um, but when I do, I struggle with it. But then I think, well, if people know the type of art I normally do, then they're going to understand why I struggle. Anyway, so that's what I started with. I've made a few changes to it. Um, but I have to share this with you because I thought, oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a look and see if I can find any drawings that I've done. Um, oh, there it is. Any drawings that I've done with perspective. So this is another one. Now this was a Notre Dame, and but it was when they had the fire, you know, when the Notre Dame in Paris had the fire, and I was so upset about it. Um, Moosey, I think we may have a troll-in, so if you want to get rid of that, Mr. Michael Hushy, then that's fine. Just give him the boot. So anyway, so this is, let's see if I can open it up a bit bigger. Opening new window. No, I can't. All right, so now that's a perspective drawing because you can see, you know, it's sort of in perspective. I don't know how to explain it. So yeah, so we've got the bridge going across there. I remember walking across there. And then we've got like the boats. Now, when I went to see the Notre Dame, I was on a boat. I paid for a day ticket, which meant that you could get off. I mean, there was so many different things to see in Paris. And I think just before we'd got to the Notre Dame, um, there was we saw the Eiffel Tower, which was sort of on that side. So anyway, so you go up the river and then you turn around, you come back and you go to like the Eiffel Tower and all sorts of different places, Champs-Elysees and various places. So that's why I put one of these boats in there. I wanted to put people in. I'm not great at drawing people, but I like to add people in landscapes because it brings them alive, and you see all the people on the bridge there. Okay, and then we have the Notre Dame. I was so upset about that. Now, if I went back to that now, I'll probably make that a bit darker, I think, or maybe that side darker. Okay, so yeah, so the point I was trying to make was I thought, well, I'll show you before I show you this new picture, which I have already. I'll show you some other perspective pictures. Then, guys, I found this, which really made me laugh because guess who this is? Guess who this is? It just made me laugh. I thought, oh my God. Now, you always wonder, what's Jan really like? Okay. This is a self-portrait. That's a self-portrait of me. I laugh because it's like mad. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that's my self-portrait. Of course, I've got the music because I was a musician. I've got florals because I love florals. I've got right, is that a song? I don't, yeah, that's a song because I used to write music. I've got, yeah, again, we've got music over there. Paint, of course, colors, so many vibrant colors, and there's me in the middle with my lashes and my big red lips. I always used to have big red lips. I don't so much now. Well, sometimes I do if I go out. But yeah, so that just made me laugh. I just thought I hadn't seen it for a long time, and I thought, yep, that's me. So if you ever wonder what Jan looks like, yeah, that's me. That's the inside of my brain because that's what I thought of when I thought, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a portrait. I'm going to do a self-portrait. The only interesting thing I see here, and I know that it actually is very similar to the one that I just showed you, is there's a lot of blue, and I don't know why there's a lot of blue because I'm not really a blue person. I don't know. I'm not really into blues. If I decorate, have I got blue in here? I haven't got blue in here. I've got every other colour. I haven't got blue. So, oh, that's fabulous fabulous noise. That's fabulous news. Oh, that's great. So you'll be up on Friday, will you? That's great. Right, so let's get back to this that I was going to show you because let me see. Let me see. Right, okay, doke, there. Oh no, that's, hang on a minute, we need to make that bigger, don't we? So this one, I haven't got a name for it yet. I've not finished it yet. But let's open it with preview. Where is it? Let's see if we can find it now. There it is. Yeah, so I've not finished it yet. So that's how it started. Okay. The best thing I like, which is quite unusual really, because I'm the type of person that once I start something, I really want to finish it. But with art, I don't. With art, I take my time and I keep going back to it until I'm satisfied. So this is, then I touched it up. Well, I didn't touch it up. I just did more. So now we've added colour. Now, this is my son's idea here. Oh, if I do that. Oh, yeah. Okay. I like that. Okay. This is my son's idea because I said to him, I don't know what I'm going to do up here yet. And he said, Mum, why don't you do a sunset? So I thought, that's a good idea. Hi, Just Freezing. Welcome. Welcome. Am I a trained artist, or is it all natural? It's all natural talent. Yeah, yeah, it is natural. Although, you know, I could call myself professional because I have sold before, but I don't really. I don't do it seriously anymore. But yeah, I did interior design. So, and I think when you do interior design, you have to sort of know how to draw a little bit, even though my perspectives are quite often off. So anyway, so I thought, right, okay, I'm gonna do that colour with the sky. All right. So next one. Then I thought, let me see. I don't know why it makes me do this every time, but never mind. There. So now I've added a bit of colour. So now we've got, yeah. And also I like to, like with colours, I like to separate things. Even some of my yeah, some of my abstract paintings, I like to split them up with different colours. Yeah, I'm not good. I'm not good at perspectives. I know. Maybe that's why I do abstract. Anyway, so I showed this to my son, my other son, and his girlfriend, and he said, "Oh, Mum, it looks really different to what you normally do, and it looks almost medieval." So I said, okay, that's interesting. I love getting other people's uh opinions, not of, "Oh, yeah, that's really good," but of how they see it, you know, how it makes them feel, how they, uh how they see it. Oh, right, okay. Oh, you paint as well, you call yours folk art. Oh, okay, this reminded me of my old art classes. I need some pastels. Yeah. Now, you see, this is all very pastel-y, isn't it? That's not Jan. Jan doesn't do pastels, guys. So now, today, we've added colour. How do I open this again? I've forgotten. There. Now we've added colour. This is more Jan. This is more Jan. I love that red. I love that red here. Also with the red, I've added pink. Added pink there as well, and pink. We've got a little table and chairs out there. Now, because I'm an abstract artist, this is going to sound silly, but because I have to be very careful not to just drip paint all over it. Because that's what I like to do. Even with the Notre Dame one, I dripped paint on there. But I'm gonna try very hard not to do it. So I've now, okay, I quite like the sky. I'm gonna add another color. I think mauve or purple is just too obvious, so I don't want to do that. Let's see. Chartreuse is a criminally underrated color. Listen, I've been an artist for blooming years. I don't even know what that is. What is that? Anyway, so that's how it's going now. I like this. I like the color. I like the combination of that blue with the red. I don't know whether to go bright with the back pictures or with the back buildings. I think I probably will. I also quite like the fact that some of them are just white. So it's like neon green. Okay. That's interesting because I've got that. I've got some neon colours. How did I not know that? How did I not know that? Yeah. So I quite like I like this building. I like the fact that it's white. I might keep that white actually, or cream or whatever color it is, and then have these an array of colors. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing. Oh, I've got one more. Have I got another one? Oh, okay. Yeah, I did this. This one I did earlier. Okay, not sure if that colour's gonna stay at the front there. Are you bored, Michael? Are you? Using that language, I think we know where you've come from. Rush back. Go on. Michael Hushy. Rush back to Hussy. There's a good boy. Yeah, so I've just added this colour. I think it goes nicely with this colour. But I don't know. I don't know if I want it to stand out more. We'll see. We'll see. There's lots of other things to do. But I do love this pink. You know, you were saying about the pink. Let's get rid of that moron, shall we? Yeah. I think the pink there is neon. So yeah, I'll think about I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, so that's what I've been doing, guys. So the other thing, is there anything you guys want to talk about? I mean, we can talk about various things. If you want to. I like that. Well done, Moosey. Well done. Um, How did you time out 1.8K? That's interesting. I've never heard of that before. Anyway, so that's what I've been up to. The other thing I like to do, and I think if I well, I always get the colours right, but I might be able to put that onto some clothing at some point. But I'm liking the way it's going. I think I want a dark turquoise in there somewhere. But anyway, all right, get off of there. Get off of there, Jan. Something else I wanted to, yeah, and don't come back, you weirdo. Well, some people have nothing else to do, but you know, hey, we're just chilling over here. We don't care. Right. There was something else I thought about doing on here, just as a conversation, really. What do you guys think about family vloggers? Um, I'm interested. Do you like them? Do you watch any of them? What do you think about them? Let's move that over there. Oh, hang on, I messed that one up. Um, there, go there. I used to watch family vloggers years ago. One in particular. Am I going to open the panel? Why do you want to come up, sweetheart? You're welcome to come up if you want to. Right, let's see. Get yourself in here. There we go. It's strange. The kids did not consent. A security risk and weird. I do not like them. Yeah, I feel the same. I used to watch the Saucony Jolies, and I have done videos about them in the past. What was the last one I did about Saucony Jolies? Let's see. Let me put that in. I know what I did. I think it was a live. I think I did a live. Where is it? Where is it? Just looking for it for you. Let's put Edna on and then she can chat to you while I'm looking. Hey sweetness, how are you?
Hello, how do I sound? I'm using my new headset.
You sound good.
Woo! I'm so
Ye-
excited.
Does that mean you're going to be talking on your
Yes, Jan,
channel?
hand-free. Oh, on my channel? I'm thinking about it, because I'm training for a 5K, so I have about 8 weeks to go. So
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking about putting some kind of series together or what have you to get back to posting something.
I think that's a
Thank
good
you, Gia.
idea.
Yeah, well, when you talk about family vloggers, I used to follow a woman. What was her name? Oh, I can't even remember it. It was, she was a natural hair vlogger, but she also had a family, vlogging channel, and her daughter was so cute. It was her being a first-time mom, and it was one time she made her a sandwich, and I guess the mustard was a little too tart for her, and to see the expression on little Olivia's face as her daughter's name when she bit into the sandwich, it was so precious. It's like moments like that with family vlogs. I love it. But when you think about how toxic the internet could be and social media and subjecting innocent children to it, I think is I don't know. It concerns me.
Yeah. I used to watch, I think I've only really watched one, and they were called the Saccone Jolies.
Okay.
I just want to see if I can find the one I did. Um, but over time, I just got fed up. Oh God, I've got a long live stream. Oh, okay, this one. Okay, what we can do, we can dip into this. Right, we can dip into this one. Right, okay, let's present that. Share the screen. And we're on to
I
that.
just love the cat. I look so cozy in this picture.
Yeah, I know. We had to squeeze a dog in there as well, though.
Oh, I see him.
Yeah. Right, so I need to get past these adverts. Hang on 1 second. Get past the adverts. Now, I did. Okay, let's stop here. Right, here we go. I did a live stream with this young lady who's called Amy Robinson. Check her out, guys. She's lovely. And she covers the Saccone Jolies. So when I saw her, um, covering them, I started going in and watching her. She's doing so well now. Um, so I had her once on a live stream, as you can see, Saccone Jolie's return live stream with Amy. So
Okay.
let's just watch a bit of that so that you can get to know. We've heard, hang on, right, okay. Now somebody here, I see the idiots arrive. We need to ban that person, don't we?
I put him on
Um,
a timeout for 30 minutes.
well,
So,
I banned him.
oh, okay,
Um,
good.
okay. Hi, Gia. Hope you're well, darling. Uh, you like the Shaytards? Okay, I don't
Yeah,
know
they
them.
were real you never heard oh, they were really popular. They were like a huge, um, family and, vlogger that it was I don't know I didn't think they were still vlogging, but they were vlogging every day. They vlogged every day for, I don't know, like a year or something. It was or years. I don't know. It was a long time. They were
Hey,
really popular.
Zena. Hi,
Zee
darling. Right, please, please, please put the link in here. But I'll definitely catch a replay tomorrow. Okay.
I didn't know they had a trans daughter because I thought they were pretty religious people. That's interesting.
Who's got the trans daughter?
Well, Gia's saying
The
that Shaytard.
Jolies. The Saccone Jolies.
Oh, they do?
Yeah. Edna.
Oh,
Oh, Zena, do you follow me on let me think. Do you follow me on Twitter? Yeah, the English couple. Yeah, no,
okay.
they're Irish. They're actually Irish. Um, people, yes. Um, right. So, I don't really know. Let's take that off. Um, yes. What's the name of your channel, Zena? Just write the name of it. Okay, good. Good, good, good. All
Thank
right.
you, Moose.
Thanks, Moosey. Right, so the Saccone Jolies, right, are an Irish couple that have been going for years and years and years. Okay, now they left Ireland, they live over in England now, they live very, very well. And as you can see by the videos here, things have taken a change. Okay,
Okay.
everything is totally focused on their family, on their kids. Now, the one objection I have, right, hang on, hang on, hang on. Okay, one of the objections I have is that their little boy, called Eduardo, is now transgender. Now, the boy's
Mm.
6 or 7. I don't agree with it. I don't
Yeah,
agree with it at all.
Jan, I hear you. But I'm just thinking, what about the people that are transgender? Like that's how they feel. They knew from when they were super young and they don't want to waste years of their lives or they don't want other people to waste years of their lives until they're,
Well,
40 or whatever, you know?
Well, all I can say is I've got 4 children, I've got 4 grandchildren. Now, if one of my children at the age of 6 had said to me, "Mum, I think I feel like the other, the opposite sex,"
Right.
I'd be, "Well, how do you know how the opposite sex feels?" That's one thing.
Mhm.
'Cause at the age of 6 or 7, they don't really know.
Right.
So, if they said, listen, I had 2 girls. One of them was very girly, ribbons in her hair, blonde curly hair. Yes, I have got a blonde blue-eyed daughter. I know people don't like to hear it, but it's true. Um, and and the other one was completely different. Didn't like the dresses, and there was only 2 years between them. Didn't like wearing dresses, couldn't get her to wear dresses, couldn't get her to wear ribbons in her hair, hated wearing skirts, lived her whole childhood in trousers. Now, if I was like these woke, and I'm saying that in inverted commas,
Mhm.
parents, I may have taken her off to see a psychiatrist and said, "Listen, my daughter, she doesn't want to be a girl. She really wants to be a boy." And,
Mhm.
I remember Christmas, she didn't want a doll like her sister. She wanted a garage with cars. Okay? Now,
Mhm.
if I do not believe that a child that young really knows what it means to be the other sex. Okay.
Dan, let me ask you this question. Did
Uh-huh.
you get her the garage or did you buy her a doll?
We bought her the garage,
And that's
because
what it's
that's what she
about.
wanted. That's what
Exactly.
she
I think that's
wanted.
what it comes down to. You don't have to play into how the child feels. Just let them be themselves. And if that ends up being the other sex, then so be it. But it might just be that they want to be um what is he, a trans boy or girl? I don't know. But let's say, they're born a boy. Maybe he just doesn't want to be a boy that plays with trucks. Maybe he wants to play with dolls, but he thinks he has to be a girl to play with dolls. And I think a lot of people fall into that.
Mm,
Or it seems like that's the case, that people kind of mistake those feelings. And that
I
yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm not closed-minded at all, at all. But I think when it comes to gender, um, I mean, people say, "Oh, well, there's a difference between sexuality and gender, blah de blah blah." Well, yes, but
Mhm,
the 2 do go hand in hand, as far as I'm concerned. And if
mhm,
one of my family, if one of my kids or my grandkids um were struggling with their gender, that's what I'm going to say. I'm not going to say their sexuality, because as a child they don't have sexuality.
Mm.
It's
Mhm.
gender we're talking about. Now, there are some babies that are born that don't have, or put it this way, have the same two genitalia, I'll put it that way. Okay, so the
Mm.
doctor normally has to choose. I've heard of cases like this. The doctor, or the midwife or whoever consultant who delivered the baby, then has a very short time period where they have to decide whether that baby is going to be a girl or a boy, because the baby's got both bits and
Right.
bobs.
Well, see, that's why I have to ask the next question. Why do you have to choose? Is there a medical reason why um they shouldn't have both genitalia, or is it just socially they don't want them to struggle? Because that's us putting our thoughts and, expectations and things on the child.
That's a really interesting point. I would never even think like that. That's why I like you coming up, because I never, half the time, I haven't got a clue what you're saying, and I would never think of it. So I think that's a
Thank you,
really
dear.
good point. Uh, in reality, I think you have to choose. You just have to. Ethically, I think you have to choose. We
Mm,
don't live in a world where freaks of nature are accepted. If we did,
that's
then
sad.
that would
Yeah.
that would be fine, but we don't, Edna,
Mm,
and, many, many years ago, it would be people like that that would be put on show for the general population to, laugh at, because,
mhm.
for want of another word, they are freaks of nature. Now, I'm not saying that, I'm really not saying it in a derogatory way. I'm just saying I can't think of
Like a
another
matter of
way
fact.
of putting it. It's a
Right.
matter of fact. It's not natural. It's not natural for anybody to be born with both sets of genitalia. And you
I
could
think it
go
might be
across.
uncommon, but it might be natural. It happens. Like it's part of you don't I mean, I get what you're saying, but I don't know because it's like there's a whole letter for them in the community. Intersex. They like speak out. I remember there was something I saw on YouTube. There was like a video about a person that went to Congress to speak on like intersex rights. So it's and like their fight, and I think part of their fight or part of their awareness is like let us be ourselves. Like don't make us choose.
Yeah. Yes, of course. And I think, I think that's good. I think everyone should have a choice to live their lives as they are, as God intended them to be. Okay.
Mhm.
But we have to be realistic. And if you have a child that's born with both sets of genitals, I
Yeah.
think it's it is really up to you, as the parent and also the medical staff, to decide which way, you are going to, which, I don't want to say which bit you're going to cut off. That sounds awful, but you know what I mean, which
Right. Well, see, I
sex
think that that needs to be
you're going to
much
go with.
more informed decision.
I don't
Because
know the terminology.
right. But I'm saying there needs to be a much more informed decision. And it sounds like if they're making it in the delivery room, like what
Maybe they're not. Maybe I've spoken out of turn there, and maybe they're not
okay.
making it. But I would have thought that it is such an unusual occurrence that
Mhm.
it's not something that's made, in like 5 minutes. I didn't mean that. I didn't think, I couldn't imagine a midwife looking at the baby and saying, "Oh, well, it looks like a girl. Let's go with the girl. Cut his penis off." Do you know what I mean? It
Right.
wouldn't be like that. It would be, I would think that there would be much discussion. There would be tests done, to check for the chromosomes and everything.
I would hope so, yeah.
Nowadays, but years and years ago, when that technology wasn't available, there were instances where, you know, children, um, were born in the wrong body. But I think that's a completely different situation to somebody whose child, say somebody whose male child likes to wear dresses like his big sister and likes, pink and likes this and likes that. Um,
Mhm.
and then saying, all right, well, he must be transgender. I don't agree with that. Not when the child is so young. I don't agree with it.
I just find it interesting because I feel like it's not I mean, I don't know more I don't know much, so I probably need to learn more, but it just seems interesting how you have somebody who's transgender, but they'll still be attracted to the same sex or I guess now the opposite sex. Thank you, Capone. So, like,
Hi,
who's the
Capone.
t
Hi,
uh,
Capone. Thanks for coming in, darling. Yeah,
formerly
now
Bruce
I
Jenner,
struggle with
but
that as
now,
well. I struggle with that as
Caitlyn
well.
Jenner? Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah. She was on
Okay.
I'm a Celebrity.
Yes, but isn't she like a lesbian now? Like she dates women.
Yeah,
And and you would think if she wants to be a woman, that she will be attracted to men, but that's not the case. I just find it interesting.
I find it weird. I'll be honest. I find it weird. Uh,
Mm,
and it's something that I've never really looked really closely at. It's like, if you get somebody if you get a man like Hussey who's a cross-dresser
mhm.
and he just likes men, then obviously he's just a gay man. Do you know what I mean? But he's a gay man that likes to dress as a woman. But
Mm,
Hussey's only half
right, but it's
Hussey's only
but
half a transdresser or whatever it's called, cross-dresser, because he only does his top half. Well,
but
he
see,
doesn't
that's
even
the
do
thing.
that. He just does his hair.
People judge trans people on how passable they are, right? But that doesn't necessarily speak to how trans they feel inside just because they don't look femininity, because they're a trans woman. So I don't know about that because it maybe he plays into that because he doesn't pass because he has a beard. He doesn't want to shave his beard, but he feel I don't know, but you do have people that's like across or on the spectrum between male and feminine where they're they wear women's clothing and makeup and everything, but they want to wear a beard or they want to keep their beard.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you know in America, but we have a program over here called University. It's not called that at all. Eurovision Song Contest.
Oh,
And
I've heard of
one
it.
year there was a guy that won, but he was dressed as a woman and he had a full beard.
Mhm.
Con Consensual or something, his name was. And yeah, I just think, there's so much of it out there. It's very difficult for everybody to understand. Um, hey, Bridge. Usually drag queens are gay men. They aren't trans. Yeah. Yeah. Um, Now I tell you something. On Drag Race UK one year, we had a woman on there. Now that completely blew my mind because she came on, but she was what did they call her? She wasn't called a drag queen. She was called
Was
something
she
else.
a drag queen? Like she dressed up as a man?
No, she dressed up as a woman.
Wow.
And I thought, what? It completely
I think I've
confused me.
yeah, I don't think I've seen a woman do drag before. Like as a woman, I've seen
Yeah.
women dress up as men. Like I
Right.
think
Let
Lady
me
Gaga
see.
did that.
Let me see. Uh Right. Okay. Well, we're talking about this now, so let's get out of there. Let's get out of there. And now I don't know which one it was. It was Drag Race UK, and what can I call her then? Female. Oh, that's it. Okay. Okay. Female contestant. Okay. Let me share this with you. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Right. Okay. Her name was Victoria Scone. Okay. That's the stage name of Amelia Dupre. I would have stuck with that name, actually.
I
A
know that
British.
sounds
It sounds better, doesn't it? Amelia
right.
Dupre.
Girl, stick with your real name. For love.
Amelia Dupre. Yeah. A British drag queen and cabaret performer based in Cardiff, Wales. She's best known for competing on the third series of RuPaul's Drag Race UK in 2021, where she was the first cisgender female contestant on any series of the Drag Race franchise. Now,
I
I
love
couldn't
that.
understand that. I couldn't understand that.
I think it's cool
So,
that they're open and they're inclusive like that. Do you have like a clip of her, like how she looks?
yeah, let me have a look. Let me see. Images. Okay, yeah, this was her. And she's in the gay times here. So obviously she's
She's
gay.
accepted, yeah.
Right, here she is. Right, here we are. Now she didn't have a good time in there because one day she was doing like the dance off, whatever it is,
Mhm.
when they do the dance off thing, and she hurt her leg. She was quite a hefty woman, it has to be said, and she tried a dance move she really shouldn't have done, and ended up damaging her knee or her leg.
Yeah.
So that was her gone. So
Aw.
right, okay, let's see. Let's see. Right. Some history is about to be made in the workroom. Drag Race UK has announced. Da, 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 da. Right, we've read that bit. I am not the first, and I certainly won't be the last, Victoria said of her history making casting in the new series. But I feel very capable and proud to have made it through the application process and be the first on Drag Race UK. Me being here is political, but you can just have fun with it. See, I don't agree with that. That's it. They
Don't?
call it AFAB. I don't agree with that because isn't drag about men dressing up as women? Isn't it?
I don't know. I'm not a game that's not my culture. I can't really speak on it, but I just figure if you have someone who's able to present that way, like as a drag queen, then you're doing it. It's like as long as you honor the art.
Yeah, see, the Queen also added that prefers to label herself as a drag queen, drag artist, and extraordinaire over the term AFAB, which is assigned female at birth. See, I would disagree with that. She's not a drag. Right, okay. The only way that I can see her as being a drag queen is because of the makeup. That's it.
Well, I thought that was what it was. Like it's
That's
the
drag
transformation.
makeup. Hang
Right, it is
on.
drag makeup.
Yeah. Hang on a minute. Let's see. Oh, what's on down here? Right, that's it. Let's see what else they say. Let's get out of this. Get out. Right. So here are is that her then in real life? Um, let's see. But as I say, she didn't last. This was the one that she was in. This one here. I love drag queens. I love the artistry of drag queens. Love it.
Yes, it's beautiful.
See, I would say she has an advantage because she's a woman. That's what I would
I
say.
I disagree because a woman's face, like the look, it depends on your face, your features, and I honestly can't see, but not necessarily.
Let's see what the chat is saying. Gia's been silly. Trisha, did she? What, Trisha Paytas? I wonder if they had different dressing rooms. No, I don't
Oh.
think so. She tried, yeah. She tried handstand into splits, didn't she? Yes.
Oh,
It didn't go well. Okay, it didn't go very well at all. Drag is exaggerated makeup and clothing, not gender, even though it's usually men. Okay, okay. I love drag queens. Although I will say I don't like the gross ones. You know, like some of them are really ugly, and I don't like that. Some of them like to be really ugly, don't they? And I don't
I
like
see what you
that.
mean. Yeah.
You know, the really sort of they try and be scary.
I know,
Uh,
yeah, it's like, there's some models that do that too, like, they have such a, it's like a shocking look to them, like, they wanna be weird, interesting instead of, like, beautiful, interesting.
yeah, and covered
Mhm.
in blood, and I don't like that. I'm like, no. I like them to look really I like
Like Beyoncé.
not necessarily classy because not all of
Yeah,
them
it's
are classy.
mhm.
Um, but I think RuPaul is stunning. I think
Yes.
she's beautiful. Right, I'll show you the one. Are we happy talking about Drag Race today? Because I was going to talk about something else, but it doesn't matter. Um, the one I'm watching at the moment is I love the gorgeous ones, and I love them when they look like princesses. Drag Race Canada.
Hmm.
This is the one that I'm watching at the moment. Okay. Now, I have to say, one of the reasons I really like it is because of this guy. He is gorgeous. Do you know who this is?
No.
Hang on, except this guy is just so delicious. I don't know what to do with myself. Right, hang on. Stop there. Oh, you can't see it. Right, let's come back in again. Right, stop screen. So annoying. Let you swap over sometimes, which is annoying. I love the look of this guy. He's not actually, he's a judge. Right, Canada Series 1 I'm on. Right. And now I found out who wins. I'm a bit annoyed about it. Right. The guy I like is this one. His name is Jeffrey. Jeffrey, look at him. He's just gorgeous. He's got a double-barreled name. Hang on, I need a drink. Have you all left me to it? Have you left me
Oh,
to
no.
it?
I just
And I've
don't know.
also
I'm thinking in
got
my mind.
these are the judges that I'm watching at the moment. But I have to say, I've got some tea about this, right? Right.
Mm.
The host is Brooklyn Heights. That's the blonde one in the middle. That's
Okay.
Brooklyn Heights, okay. Then you've got Jeffrey. Oh, and I just saw his name and I've forgotten it. And then you've got this one. She's a model. She's beautiful. What I both
Mhm.
love is they both got they're both Jamaican. I
Hmm.
love that. I tell you what, we're such an attractive race.
Nice.
I tell you. Want to get rid of that. Get off. Every time I get rid of that. Right. He's called Jeffrey Bowyer Chapman, and the other one's called Stacey McKenzie. Okay. Now, Gia knows her stuff.
What did you say? Oh, so
Right.
scary. Yeah.
Hang on. Do you think they are superior? I don't think he should go. Oh, I take it back. It's just freezing. He was bullied off the first season he judged. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And you know why? Guess
Why?
why? because he's black. I couldn't
Get
believe
out
I
of
was
here.
thinking about it last night, guys. I was so angry about it. Basically, the firm, he'd been on the American one and done really well
Okay.
on there with RuPaul. He got on well with RuPaul and blah, 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 blah. Got on really well over there. And then they said, because this was the very first Canadian one, this is season 1, as you can see, right? So
Mhm.
they invited him. So he's like, yeah, I'll come along and do that. And the production staff were completely different over there and a tad
Okay.
racist. And he said a couple of times, people, some of the runners, some of the producers had said to him, listen, you're meant to be the sassy one in the show. We want you to be the loud
Oh,
spoken, sassy
sassy.
one. So
Gotcha.
he started Get It, and what they did was they edited it so that he seemed really sassy and nasty, and
Mhm.
he's not like that at all. He wasn't like that at all. So,
Wow.
yeah, I know,
That is so
disgusting
unfortunate.
what
And
they
it's
did
like
to
we've heard
him.
those stories over and over, and we think, "Oh, no, there's no way that they could, like, put things
Really,
together," and
dear?
now we know they can, you know?
Mm. Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-mm. I
It's
think that was sarcasm.
disgusting. Absolutely disgusting what they did to him. So yeah, so he's done that one series and then he left. He said he didn't want to do it anymore. He said he did go to like some pre-recording meetings and then he just thought, no, I'm not going to do it. He said, he was made to feel really uncomfortable, and yet the weird thing is it was him on it, and then it was the other Jamaican girl, Stacey McKenzie, and Brooklyn Heights, beautiful girl. She, I think she's already won. She was a winner or something on there. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, it's just disgusting. So let me click on here. Let's do some.
Yeah, that's
Let's,
terrible.
isn't it? So this is him. He's a Canadian actor, fashion model, and one of the judges on Canada's Drag Race alongside Brooklyn Heights and Stacey McKenzie, as I said. Um, so what's this? An advert? We don't really want to see that. I just want to read. Right. Okay. Yeah. So
Okay.
what was happening was he started getting heavy backlash for his critiques given on the first series, with fans accusing him for being bad or nonsensical with his critiques. Um, but what
Mm.
actually happened was they told him to do that, and
Mhm.
when they're judges, they have microphones in their ears, and
Right. Okay.
uh, not microphones. Yeah, they have, earbuds for the production team to talk to them and to
Mhm.
sort of, help them along and say, "Oh, we'll say this or say that." And every time they spoke to him, it was say something catty about this one, or say you don't like this one's dress, or say you don't like that. It was blooming disgusting. So I think good for
Right.
him to blooming come out of it. I'm just really glad that he came out of it. That he said, "No, I'm not gonna put up with it." Good for
Yeah,
him.
absolutely.
Hang on a minute. Then began he was a model at the age of 15 in Europe, South America, and all North America. Uh, yeah, quite a top model as well. He's modeled for American Apparel and Levi's. He's a
Hmm.
gorgeous looking man. Honestly, when I saw him, I thought, "Oh, now he is gorgeous." But one thing I noticed, he was getting more and more camp as it went on.
Okay.
Um, mm, 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 mm. Yeah, here we go. However, in an interview with Hollywood Reporter, Jeffrey revealed that he was fed up he was fed through an earpiece a list of pre-written negative critiques for the contestants to help him serve as the sassy man candy judge.
You
And then
know,
he
if
said,
that's the role he wanted to play, or if they
it wasn't
wanted him to
though.
play,
It wasn't. He didn't want to play that role. Why should he play that
right.
role?
But
Who
that's what
wants
I'm
to
saying.
come
If that's
across
what
as
they
being,
wanted, when did they tell him? Because they should have let him know when they asked him to be a judge that
yeah, well, they
this
obviously
is the
didn't.
judge, right? Right.
Well, they obviously didn't. Um, Mm, 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 mm. In August 2020, Jeffrey deleted his Twitter account after having received a large amount of abusive tweets. None of these here have said about the racism. He said a lot about racism as well. He said people were coming in his DMs, calling him the N-word, and, just being really horrible,
Mhm.
really mean and horrible. Here we
I'm
go.
surprised they're taking it too seriously. I thought drag was much lighter.
Oh no. People take
Like,
everything
this
seriously. Right, here
thought
he
it was
is.
like fun and games or something, it's like, cause do they win a
No,
prize?
it's a
I thought
serious
they were
day.
like, it's like clout that you're the prettiest or you're the most talented, you know? I'm sure
No.
that comes with money and stuff. I didn't know it was so serious.
Yeah, of course it is, darling.
Wow.
Here we are. Here he is. Look how gorgeous he is. I just think he's gorgeous boy. Um, so this is when he did the interview, and he'll probably talk about, I think this is all the bit that I was reading last night. No, has he said anything about the racism here? Or did I just make that up? I didn't make it up. Um, mm, yeah, okay. Yeah, so he was getting an awful lot of like racist remarks as well. I think that with me receiving all of the hate and racism and harassment and death threats, it shone a light on the insanity of it. It really did show a lot of people how dark and how toxic the drag race trolls have become over the past couple of years,
Right.
and how unacceptable it is. Um,
Listen, Jan, if I was him, I probably would've put it maybe cropped it in such a way, I don't know, but I would've made it public, let people know, "Oh, so and so, this what they think about me." Like, that's crazy. How like, I can imagine being in such a state, feeling so whatever about somebody, that I'm gonna go to their page or whatever and call them out their name, send them a DM like that. Like, you need to log off the internet. It's not that serious.
it is to some people though, Bridge. I mean, I said Bridge because I've just looked at Bridget's comment. Oh, those drag queens can be brutal. Oh my God, of course they can. Right, so Bauer Chapman has endured an unenviable amount of bullying throughout his life. Some of his earliest childhood memories involve being taunted in a schoolyard in Rimby, Alberta, an oil drilling cattle ranch in town, population 2,500, which isn't a lot. He was brought up
No.
there by an all-white family after his biological parents, a Jamaican man, and a British woman. Yes, Jeffrey. Yes, Jeffrey, coming through for the mixed race Jamaican babies.
Yakapoo, oh,
Oh, yes, Jeffrey. I was the so he was adopted by a white family. I was the only person of color in the school in my town. He says I was the only identified queer person. I inherently felt
wow.
different because I constantly had the whole town pointing the finger at me and telling me I was. At 16, having sprouted up to a handsome 6'3", he
Mhm.
was signed to a commercial modelling agency by 19. He moved out of his family home and the dusty roads of Rimby and started living on his own in Vancouver. Good for you, boy. It's when I started to meet more people who were like me. More black people, more queer people. It was a whole new life. Good lad.
Mm.
Yeah. See, people don't understand it.
That's
Oh, I've got
gotta
to
be
meet
tough
this
being the only
man.
one. Yeah.
I've got to meet this man. A British woman and a Jamaican dad. That's the same with me. That's me.
Yeah.
Why couldn't I have been as good looking as him? Yeah, and
All right. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Adna girl. Oh,
People
don't take it
heard people
serious.
talk about you. They don't know. I don't know what they're talking about, Jan. They're silly.
Oh, I am. I was daft as a brush. Let's look at the other judge, shall we? Because I think she's interesting, and I reckon. See how gorgeous he is. He's got my son's eyes. They're my son's
Mm,
eyes. Yeah. Oh. Anyway, I'm glad he took a stand and stood up for himself and left. I'm glad. Good
right.
for you. Good for you, Jeffers. That's what I say. Let's go back to the I want to check her out. Let's check her out because she is Jamaican as well. So I want to hear her story. I tell you what, us Jamaicans are everywhere. Do you know that?
I didn't, but I'm learning.
We are. We're everywhere. We've got a lot of them over here. Right.
Mhm.
Drag Race Canada. What's her name?
So I guess
Stacey.
were his parents part of the Windrush generation, or I guess was he? No,
No,
he's
he's
too
too
young to
young.
be a part of it. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I was one of the last ones. I'm one of the last
Okay.
ones. Right, let's look. Let's look at this lady. Okay. I read that she's also Jamaican. Come through the Jamaicans. Come on, girlie. Let's find out about her. Oh, no, she didn't return. I wonder why she didn't return. Here we go. There they
Hmm.
are together. All of them together. Oh, there's something about COVID, wasn't it? Right. Won't be able to return. Get off there. I don't want to listen to that. Block. Don't know. Uh oh, no, she's a model. She's stunning.
I'm sorry, I'm just reading chat.
Sorry?
I was
You've
just
got
reading
to
the
read the
chat.
chat while I'm doing this.
So one
It should
small moose says Monty is the most famous Jamaican, and Gia disagrees. Moose, stop.
no, no, he's not. No. Nah. Oh, right. Um, oh, and this is where I found out who won. I was like, "Oh, for God's sake." Found out who won now. I just want to show you I just want to see a bit more about her because I think she's stunning.
Do you
Um,
agree with who was chosen as the winner?
yeah, actually.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah, I do. I need to get back to s just get her pictures up. Or I just wanna find out about her Jamaican roots. She's very fair. Um, right, there she is, and she wears so many different wigs, but she's like a top model. Where can I read it
Mhm.
the best? Uh, uh, uh. I don't need the pictures, do I? I want all. That's it. Oh,
There you
that's not
go.
great pic she doesn't look great there, does she? She looks
He
nice
does.
there. Right, Wikipedia. Let's see where her parents are from.
I like that picture there.
This one here, it's very
Mhm.
natural, isn't it? Kingston,
It
Jamaica.
is.
Wow, she's 46.
Really?
Wow, I didn't think she was that age.
Well, I don't know, but let me start slathering on some cream. Jeez.
I tell you what, us Jamaicans, yeah, we're good. We're hot. Apart from
Mm.
Monty. I'm not claiming Monty. Okay. I don't think he's Jamaican. I think he's lying. Right, hang on. Let's see what it says about her. Oh, where's her parents? Come on, come on. Yeah, she was born in
Make him post his passport or something.
Jamaica. She was born in Jamaica. Gee,
Nice.
she looks good for that age.
Absolutely.
Mhm. Look at this. 5 Jamaican models who changed the face of fashion. Agree.
Oh, wow, I didn't know Grace Jones was,
I didn't
Jamaican.
either. Oh, no, hang on. Oh, yeah, see, we all take pride in our Jamaican roots.
Oh, Tyson Beckford? Yeah. Jordan Dunn? Yes. Naomi
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 Campbell, they've all got
not
Jamaican roots. I'm telling you, we're good looking. We're good looking, guys.
wow.
Grace Jones. I didn't know she was Jamaican. Oh, yeah, she does look a bit Jamaican, actually. Uh-huh. So it's Grace Jones. My family come from West Jamaica, which is like where Kingston is. So we've
Okay.
got Grace Jones, we've got Naomi Campbell. My daughter went to school with her, Naomi
Really?
Campbell. Yeah, my kids went to stage school for a while
Okay.
until I realised that education is better than just, being in films and on the TV. So I took them out.
Mm.
Who else? Oh, where's the rest of them? Where's the other Jamaican girls? Oh, do you have to click on all of them? Naomi Campbell.
Oh, no, scroll down, there's an arrow you have to go slide through. Did you see it?
Oh,
No, I
she's
think you clicked on the advert.
53. She was older than my daughter. She's
Mm.
a beauty as well. Yeah, you can see she's Jamaican. Um, yeah.
Clearly.
What? I
I
tell you
said
what.
clearly.
Listen, I'm not biased in any way, but you do know that Yo Mama's of Jamaican ancestry as well, right?
Well, that seals it right there.
There you go. There she is. Look, that's Stacey, whatever her name is, Mackenzie. I hope that's not a real
Mhm.
fur. I won't be
Oh,
happy
you
if
don't like fur? Or
I
you
don't
don't
like
agree
people
agree
wearing
with
fur.
it?
No, I don't think
Mm.
you should kill animals just to wear their skin. No, do you?
Well, when you put it like that, but I think don't do they eat the animals too? You know what?
That's beside
I
the
don't
point. That's beside the
I didn't
point.
really
The eating is different to wearing something for for wearing something to enhance your looks or whatever. No, you can't
so
go
you don't
round
eat the meat of the
wearing.
fur animals?
Hang on a minute. Hey, Plant Dad, how are you, darling? I hope you're well. No, your mum is of Jamaican descent. He said so in one of his lives, and he was doing the Jamaican accent. I thought, oh, he does quite a mean Jamaican accent. Better than mine.
I don't know because his impersonation of Monty was horrible to be a Jamaican, so
No, he was saying about some of his relatives and how they,
mhm,
you know, how they talk sometimes, and I can't
mhm.
remember exactly what he was saying, but yeah, he's definitely of Jamaican ancestry, and I thought, yeah, knew it.
Nice.
As you Americans say, come from the islands. Do you know where your heritage is, Edna?
I don't really other than,
I
through
don't know.
America. Well, I've taken a DNA test, but it's not like, "Oh, I know, like, my great-grand somebody came from wherever." Like, my, DNA makeup is, part West African, part East African,
That's it.
and tiny part, maybe so, let's see, I think I'm about 80% African, with
West
about
African.
10% being mostly West African, like, I think Nigeria and Ghana, in that
Same as
area,
me.
and then
That's where
in
we
East
all came
Africa, it's
from.
Kenya.
That's where most of us come from, thanks to the
Right, or
slave
at least
trade. That's
mhm,
where most of the black people come from. Western
and I
Western um Africa. I'm telling you.
And I have some European, it's, like, Irish, Scottish, like, 3%, and I have or no, 9%. And these numbers are way off for me being an accountant. I don't remember, but mostly I'm Black. So that's what I'm trying to say. But just a small part European, and then there's like 3% Southeast Asian, where it's in like India area and yeah, Southeast Asian.
I can't believe you don't have a clue.
Well, I mean
Even
also
Even
uh,
Bridget says, Edna, you have to search and do your family tree. It's hard, but so interesting. It
one of
is.
my cousins has done it, but I don't I need to talk to her. I'm so bad with getting in touch with the family, but I'm working on it.
I'm just
I
trying to
will.
think if I haven't got any Korean. I think I've got a touch of, oh, what's the other country? Oh, South Indian. South Indian, I've got a bit of South
Mhm.
Indian in me. I did 23andMe and I also did Ancestry.
Did you get the same results?
No, I got
How was the
complete
comparison?
results. Of course I did.
Right.
Some of the all right, I'll be honest. Some of the breakdown is slightly different, but no, not India. No,
Mhm.
not that. Oh,
Okay.
Sierra Leone, is it? I don't know. Can't remember now. I'm doing a bridge. I'm doing an Edna. Right. What? There was a joke by a black comedian that said he went on vacation to Jamaica and they greeted him saying, "Welcome home." The guy was like, "No, we're halfway home." Yeah, I know. I know.
That is
I tell
funny.
you, there's so many of us, and I'm so pleased that I'm like the last of the Windrush mixed race families over here.
Mhm.
But I mean, that's why Jamaica has so many different nationalities. No two Jamaicans look the same.
Mm.
Uh, but they can normally tell. I mean, I went to like a Windrush celebration in the summer, and a lot of them, and there were a lot of sort of older Jamaicans there, and we just sat there taking the piss out of everyone, and which was really funny, taking the piss out of each other. But it was quite a community feel about it because all our ancestors had come across on the boat, and that's how we were born over here,
Right.
and how we had all different complexions. Most of us had a similar complexion, like, a nice sort of milk chocolate color that I am, most of them. Um, yeah, there are lots of Indians and Chinese in Jamaica as well. I had a Jamaican friend actually who she had more Chinese in her. She had like, um different features.
Mm.
Jamaican festivity in UK. Yeah, it's called the Windrush. The Windrush was the name of a boat. It was a naval boat that used to basically bring over. It used to sail over to the Caribbean islands such as Jamaica, Dominican Republic, what's the other one? Barbados, but mainly Jamaica and St. Lucia. And it used to pick up um, lots of Jamaican boys. I call them boys, young men. They were boys. They were all sort of under 20. And then go on to another Caribbean country and pick up some more and bring them over to England to have a wonderful life over in England,
Mm. Mhm.
where they could, earn lots of money. We were the land of milk and honey, and they would send money back to their family in Jamaica and the other countries that weren't faring too well. The realities were very different. The
Right.
realities were shocking. Um, I'll give you a quick look at it, although we've been going on a bit long now, but let me just show you this. Let me put in the Windrush. So yeah, we do celebrate it over here because there's still quite a few of us oldie Jamaicans. Windrush generation. Okay, I don't know if any of them had them over there in America. I think it was a different situation over there. Right, so this is what the Windrush is. What is Windrush and who are the Windrush generation? Okay, it is 75 years. Yeah, that's what we were celebrating. It was 75 years since Her Majesty's Empire Windrush docked in Tilbury, Essex, carrying passengers from the Caribbean to the United Kingdom. In 2018, it emerged that the government had not properly recorded the details of people granted permission to stay in the UK, and many were wrongly deported. That's
Oh, wow.
disgusting.
Yeah.
All right, my parents have gone anyway. My dad's gone anyway. Right. Who are the Windrush generation? Right. HMT Empire Windrush became a symbol of a wider mass migration movement. According to the National Archives, which holds the ship's passenger list. Now, I've seen the passenger list and I've seen my father's name on it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There
That's
were
cool.
1,027 people on board. More than 800 gave their last country of residence as somewhere in the Caribbean. Several hundred passengers were Jamaican, but others arrived from islands including Trinidad, St. Lucia, Grenada, and Barbados. These travellers and those on other ships which came to the UK until 1971 became known as the Windrush generation. So I'm
Mm.
first generation Windrush. Do you see what I mean?
Mhm. Absolutely.
Many had served in the British Armed Forces in World War II. So, why did the Windrush generation come to Britain? In 1948, the British Nationality Act gave people from colonies, you see, because they'd gone over and colonized Jamaica, it was a colony. So the government gave the people there the right to live and work in Britain. The government needed workers to help fill post-war shortages. So what happened was the Caribbean countries
Oh,
came over, all
yeah.
these young men came over to work. But when they got here, they faced, they did work really hard and they managed to keep the country running. But to great extent, uh, to to a point where um, they then had to face an awful lot of racism
Mhm.
and yeah, they sort of many of those who came became manual workers, drivers. They ran the national, you know, uh, a lot of the hospitals, but like the nurses and the transport over here, and cleaners and nurses in the newly established National Health Service. Um, so here that shows you, and that was before 1971. So, uh, yeah. So you got 15,000 from Jamaica and 13 from India. What is Windrush
Oh.
Day? Yeah. So, and the scandal was that they found out that they got to England and like they tried to rent rooms, and there were signs up saying no blacks
Mhm.
or Irish. Yeah,
Mm.
so they faced an awful lot of bad times because of it. So, yeah. So that's a very quick history lesson into that. Let's see what's been put on here.
So,
That's never heard of it before. Yeah.
and Gia said that marijuana is illegal in Jamaica. I just did a quick Google search, and yes, it says that smoking in public is still considered illegal.
Oh, they're always high though. My brothers, when they phone me, I'm like, I can't understand a word they're saying. They're like, Jamaica is well known for marijuana, but I didn't know if
Mhm.
it was illegal over there.
Jen, I don't know if I sound any clearer, but I am. I'm not relaxed today. Because I'm taking my break from vaping.
Yeah, no, you sound better. Um, okay. Can we investigate to see if you end up in prison for smoking weed in Jamaica? Oh, okay, let's do that. Let's do this. So if I put marijuana. Yeah, she does, doesn't she? She does sound more alert. Well done, Edna.
Thank you. I'm not happy about it.
You're not happy about it? Right, okay, which one shall we look at?
I mean, I don't think it's healthy to use it as much as I do. So, yeah.
They call it
Thanks,
ganja,
Gia.
don't they?
Inshallah.
Share.
That's
So
just out.
smoking marijuana in Jamaica. Okay, contrary
Okay,
to
so it says
popular belief,
possession of.
it's illegal to smoke marijuana, ganja in Jamaica. There are penalties for all drug offences, including those involving ganja. Oh, every year many British nationals are arrested for attempting to traffic ganja and other drugs. Yeah, I have heard of that actually. There you go. What you need to know about smoking weed
It
legally.
says you can be jailed for
Jamaica.
possessing more than 2 ounces. Oh, you have it pulled up. Sorry.
More than 40 years after reggae legend Peter Tosh sang "Legalise It," Jamaica is finally recognising the economic potential of its homegrown industry. Oh, here's what you need to know about smoking weed in Jamaica. Has long lost, right, for many tourists, marijuana has long been an important, if unspoken, part of the Jamaican experience. I don't smoke it. Yeah,
How do you partake?
my family's comes from where Usain Bolt and Marley come from, which is Kingston.
Mm.
Uh, okay, look, since 2015, you can have up to 2 ounces of ganja. Okay. Carrying this amount in public can still attract a fixed penalty fine.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Okay. Oh, yeah, look, it says smoking ganja in a public place is prohibited, as it is with cigarettes. Well, you
Oh,
can't smoke
wow.
cigarettes over there. Just as well I'm on my vapes.
Mm.
Montego Bay. One of my brothers has got a boat trip place in Montego Bay,
Oh,
and
nice.
yeah, I'm meant to be going over next August. Whether I actually get there or not is another matter. Yeah. So yeah, I might go over there next year just to annoy the fam. Can you imagine me getting off the plane? Hey!
Oh, I can. You gotta do vlogs, Jan. It would be wonderful.
Ah, I know. Anyway, I'm going to call it a night now. We've been on for an hour and a half. Thanks for coming on, Edna. It's great to have you on again.
Yeah.
Are you up?
My schedule's set, so hopefully I can make it. Going
Yeah,
forward, there shouldn't be any issues.
that's great. And good luck with your new job. I'm glad it's going well.
Thank you.
And hopefully, oh my God, we've got so much we can chat about on Friday. I mean, I don't even have to bother writing anything down, do I? I mean, hey, looking forward
Oh,
to that
dang.
one.
I know.
It's going to be fun. So anyway, thanks to Edna and of course everybody that came in to the chat. We might be small in number, but we're mighty. We're mighty in spirit, and it's always
Yes.
lovely to have you in here. And
Bye, everyone.
hopefully I'll see you all on Friday. Until then, take care of yourselves out there. It's a rotten old world, and speak to you very soon. Bye bye for now.